Intro. Today, I'm going to be talking about Daniel Larson. If you don't know who Daniel Larson is, it's very important that you watch my video, The Never-Ending Story of Daniel Larson, as it will help you understand who he is and what all he has done. To catch up on what's happening now, and have full context, you also need to watch the other episodes on the series. Those episodes are in a playlist on my channel. It's very easy to find. I don't usually do this at the beginning of an episode, but please go check my pinned tweet on Twitter, as it's about a little kid who his pet on TikTok has made a bunch of jokes about having an attraction to 3-year-olds and such, and somehow he is still allowed on the platform. Twitter is pinned in the link in the description below. Please go check out the pinned tweet. There's more on the subject in that tweet. With all that said, enjoy. Daniel admits it. Daniel Larson admitted to being a pedophile in some TikTok videos as well as alive, but he tries to push the blame on why he is the way he is on the trolls and because he didn't get the care that he wanted when he was young.
I thought it's time for me to come clean. I admit that I am a pedophile. And I admit that yes, I hit Bob. The reason being is growing up, I didn't have anybody that really cared for me. I didn't have anybody that supported me. I cared in what I wanted. And I got badly trolled. And it turned me into what I turned out to be. And I'm trying to change. I need help. I'm sorry for sexting underage people. I'm sorry for sexting Izzy Lynn, or Izzy Simpson and Darcy Lynn. I'm sorry. And sending explicit pictures. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for sexting underage people. I'm just going to say people because I don't know who I was messaging, because I don't know if they were lying. I don't know exactly who they were at the time. I was being manipulated. But what I will say is I'm sorry. I'm sorry for sexting underage people, if there was anybody that was involved, and sending explicit pictures. I literally just, like I said, I was badly manipulated, and I didn't even really picture what I was doing. I didn't even really picture what I was doing, and I was very confused in my mind at the time. It's been, I don't even know how long since, and just, I don't know what to do, and I need help. I really care about this.
The part about the trolls is a lie, as we've seen the Pinterest account that was around before, or even at the very beginning of his time on TikTok, with all the disgusting pedophilic behavior on it. As well, on his own, he will underage girls, or who he thinks is underage girls. Also, the person, whether it's not a little girl, is most likely underage, as I would guess a lot of trolls are underage. I'm not bashing the trolls or anything, but most likely he is flirting with minors, even if they are trolls or not. And if he even had the opportunity, he would flirt with an underage person. Daniel admitted to it, yes, but him pushing it onto someone else makes it seem like he still won't admit it, it's his own fault. Apparently there was actually a mastermind behind this, as someone on Reddit showed that they acted like they were a Grace Vanderwall and got him to admit to everything. He shares text messages between him and Daniel as proof. Honestly, I'm not going to attempt to read his @ or handle, but I'll show them on the screen and also read out the texts. To start out, we have Grace, I need to be honest and tell you something. I want to be serious about this, and I need to explain. I need help, and I don't know what to do. I'm being honest. I was abused at a young age. You hit an elder. The person as well is super funny because I've not read this full text conversation yet, but they also say in another section something pretty funny. But the person literally responds with, "You hit an elderly man." Daniel just goes on and says, "I always loved music. I feel terrible. I tried to speak up about the abuse. No one believed me." Again, pushing it onto someone else. He says, "What does loving music have to do with anything? It created a tension with my family." The person says, "You attacked Bob. You beat up an elderly man for no reason. I can never love somebody who beats up old people. I never told you this, but Bob and I didn't know if I was in contact with you or not. We argued every single day about it. You're a terrible person, Daniel, and you like little kids. I heard you sexted Darcy Lynn while she was underage." Daniel just keeps on going. He ignores it all and says, "It got so bad we both messed up. I take accountability." "No, Daniel, you both didn't mess up. You effing beat an elderly man. It's your fault." As far as my pedophile accusation, I don't know what's up with Daniel and just like the way he texts, but I think the internet is super bad where he is, because he literally is, or it's just because he's like retarded, but he is so off topic sometimes. The person goes on to say, "You messed up, you sexted a child, you like little kids. The trolls tried to make me sexually attracted to you as a child. They aren't accusations, Daniel. I've seen the proof. It hurts my soul and heart," which soul was spelled S-O-L-E. "I've seen a video of you putting a toothbrush in your butt. I would admit that I am a pedophile to fix everything and get us heard, but might risk everything I care about. What was that all about? I want you, Grace. I can't lose that. Daniel, you should come forward and admit you are a pedophile, or else I don't want anything to do with you. You need to be honest and let people know, or you'll never hear from me again. You need to come clean and admit you are a pedophile, and we can move on." The impersonator ran all my social media accounts, so I didn't listen to them. They would put my entire career at risk. I'm not listening to you, not till you come forward and admit you are a pedophile. I understand, Grace. It's very hard when I cared about you so much I would do anything. I should have known better. Heart, heart, heart. You won't hear any more from me. When you're ready to admit it, we can talk. Until then, goodbye, Daniel. Go on with some more text messages. He admits here, he says, "Grace, I will talk about it. I need to come clean. I just can't risk us. I need to tell the fans. I'm heartbroken. I don't know how to explain it because I was traumatized as well." Still pushing it onto something else, trying to spin the narrative. "If you want me to explain, how would you want me to say it? Grace, I admit it. I am a pedophile. I need help. I want to change." I guess this is after him admitting to being a pedophile on TikTok. He did some videos saying that he was and such, admitting to it completely. He goes, "I'm trying so hard, Grace." Heartbroken emoji. The person says, "I see the video. Okay, Daniel, I forgive you some, but I told you to go live and say it, not make a video, so no response from me still. I understand. I will go live for you. Do it now. Give me about 5 minutes so I can make sure that I'm safe." The person also did another post, not regarding the text messages and stuff, but says, "Impersonating Grace has its benefits. You can tell this retard exactly how you feel about him." He goes on to say, "Daniel, you got a big nose, and you are also severely ugly. You are a pedophile, piece of S, an elder abuser, and you're probably the most retarded human being I've ever seen. It makes me happy to see you live on the streets and get rained on daily, because that's exactly what you deserve. F you, you fat nose pedophile." Someone by the name of Real Grace Vanderwall commented and said, "And he'll forgive you in 10 seconds while begging you to stop being mean." He also apparently blocked him after that. Thank you to that guy. You're an absolute legend for getting him to do this. Daniel also goes on to say this in his YouTube community tab. "This message is for Grace Vanderwall. I'm sorry for my past. I was never shown right from wrong as a child. My household was abusive. I will take the blame for my pedophile behavior, but I would not have never even thought about having sex with you as a child. I was on medication that made me feel delusional. I'm trying to fix my reputation and actions now that I'm off that medication. I do care about this situation, and being a pedophile is never okay. I'm sorry." Also, the videos, the TikToks of him admitting this, either got took down or he took them off his account himself. I think he said that TikTok took him down, but is that possible? Yeah, because he's admitting to being a pedophile, but it's most likely because he just wanted that down, or someone's in his account and they took him down.
I did not take down those videos. They got reported by the fans and got taken down.
Daniel's creepy behavior. On top of him admitting he's a pedophile, he has also now been caught following high school girls on TikTok, which I won't show. He also duetted an underage girl, and as well as some other random women on TikTok, and what he's doing in these is disturbing. I'm not going to show the one that has underage girls in it, but I will show you ones that have adults in it, but I'm going to censor them just for their sake. Okay, so I decided to change my mind. I'm going to show the one with the underage girl, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to censor her, and I'm also going to have to explain what's going on in this TikTok, because I also have to remove the music. Basically, there is this TikTok dance where at the end you turn around and you shake your butt. That's basically what it is. And Daniel is duetting this, and this is basically, he posted this publicly, by the way, and this is him duetting it. Again, the girl is going to be censored, and the music is going to be taken out for all the clips I show here. There's 3 that I have here, and here are those 3. Who let this man cook? Also, there was videos found on his old Twitter of him recording underage kids without saying anything. This is a repetitive behavior, as Daniel has recorded underage people, or just in general, without them knowing, so he can use it later for his dirty business. He also caused a scene at Starbucks recording kids that actually confronted him on it. He also defends CP on the YouTube community tab. He says, "Child means the child has to be nude," which is horrendous. And he also says, "I do own porn, but it's not child," which I heavily doubt. We've seen your camera roll, Daniel. We know enough about you. Just so YouTube knows and doesn't get confused, this is quotations from Daniel. I'm not saying this at all. I do not support this behavior, and I make these videos against this type of behavior. Daniel's health issue. Daniel has a rash that I'm not going to show on here due to possible terms of service violations, but he shows it off, and it's bumps and a rash on his skin. People have been saying it's scabies, but Daniel refers to it as bugs. He's also been on live scratching really loudly on his head and arms, and apparently went to the hospital for it, and they said that he needs to change his clothes. I don't think Daniel has changed his clothes once since he's been in California, but maybe once or twice. He also possibly has trench foot, something that can make him lose his toes or even his foot. I've seen no proof of this or why people say it. I think there is photos of him and his foot being in terrible condition, but those are a little bit older. I wouldn't doubt he actually has trench foot. Do I want to see it? No, but there would be good, evidence that he does have it. Daniel's breakdowns in a bathroom. Daniel makes a few breakdown videos on TikTok. These were all in a bathroom, and I think this was a Denny's bathroom, as that's what I've heard online. I'll show you the videos, but I can't use the audio because it's all copyrighted music. I only assume he did this for donations so he could go to Disney, which we're going to be talking about in the next section. On top of his breakdowns, he did have a schizophrenic breakdown talking in the third person on his YouTube community tab. I'm not going to go too far into it, but it was very weird and it was out of nowhere. Daniel went to Disneyland. Daniel went to Disneyland. Somehow. He claimed people were following him around.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I made it inside Disney.
He also went there with whatever rash he has. I don't remember if he was sick still at the time, but I think he was just getting off of being sick, but he could have spread a lot more than just scabies. Someone made a Facebook account and posted pictures of Daniel onto a crime watch group in the area he was at. The post said, "Calling all Anaheim residents, a man from Colorado has recently been seen in multiple places like Disneyland, Panera Bread, Denny's, etc., while making videos saying he has scabies. His name is Daniel Larson. He is a homeless man and has an online reputation of being a creep. Daniel has also been live streaming and taking pictures of children in places like Starbucks. He's been in the area for around a week now and sleeps in parking garages. He's been in countless restaurants and public places the last few days. If you see him, please call the police." Also, someone who is supposedly a mom said under this post, "Oh my, that's the disgusting person who was looking at my little girl at Disneyland. I lost track of him inside the park, but I was mad. I contacted the authorities. I hope they take care of this freak." I'm not 100% sure if this is a real account. It could also be possibly a troll, but without a doubt, Daniel was looking at little kids the whole time, possibly taking pictures and videos that he just possibly didn't upload. Daniel breaking the law. Besides Daniel dine and dashing, he said something so profound I question how he's not been banned on YouTube yet. He said on his YouTube community tab, and I quote, "Ivan just told me someone from Denver County Court will be killed soon. How does he get away with so much?" He also said he was going to kill Ivan and also admitted to damaging someone's car and car window. I think he did it because of the trolls or one of his other dumb reasons, but he did admit to breaking someone's car door and window, which is another crime on his list. He also didn't show proof of this, which kinda sucks because I thought he would, but he probably scurried away quickly into a parking garage in a hunched position, looking at his phone, texting a underage girl. Daniel got arrested. During the week, Daniel got arrested, but we don't know exactly why, but I think it was either because he tried to dine and dash but failed, or maybe something else. People are also sharing a law that shows that if there is a possible mentally ill homeless person like Daniel, the authorities can arrest them so they can get them help. I forgot what the law was called, but it was a theory going around. Daniel also got released a day or two after, sadly. Sadly, there's no public mugshot. Some police stations, I guess, don't publicly post their mugshots, which makes me sad, as that would be a fire thumbnail. He also has a warrant and has missed court dates in Denver, so if he goes back there, he's going to be in big trouble. So, we'll probably never see him back there again. Daniel on Discord. Daniel got back on Discord, and he was on a server, and in this server, he said the N-word multiple times, and also got into voice chat where he defended pedophilia and got trolled. I'll show you some clips of what happened in the voice chat here. I'm going to explain what's going on and give context for each situation. So basically there was a Q&A. It was about 7 minutes long. I cut it down to just some of the interesting questions or the funnier ones. It was mainly like just kind of boring. But if you do want the full stuff next time, let me know. But I did just want to cut it down for y'all. But yeah, here's Daniel answering some of the questions. Someone also brings up him saying the N-word. And he does admit to that as well, so here you go.
This one's from Nano. Daniel, do you clean your ass when you shower?
No comment.
This one's from Don Macchiato, I think. That's how you say it. What do you do to de-stress at the end of the day, Daniel?
Get drunk.
Alright.
Okay.
This one's from Skak. What would you do in a room alone with Joshua Block? No cameras. Would you beat him, or perhaps explore each other's bodies?
Not answering.
From Autism. Do you and Grace want children?
I ain't answering that question.
Alright. This one's from Joshua Dembling, a fake account. How do you feel about pegging?
I support.
Alright. This one's from Borat. How many times do you shower a week?
No comment.
People do want to know. Earlier you said stop N-words. Was that you that said that?
Yes.
Alright.
The next thing I'm going to show you is Daniel Larson talking about basically pedophilia. He basically defends it the whole time. I'll show you the clips of that. Before I show the clips, he also said a 20 can date a 15, basically saying a 20-year-old can date a 15-year-old.
No. No. Like I said, this is super, super complicated, so stop interrupting me. Let me explain this. Alright? Thank you. So then, like I said, I feel like I said, at that point, it's a 4 to 5 year age gap. I feel like anything under that, of course, shouldn't be allowed, right? Because at that point, you have, you go into, you have somebody that, can, that's already going through, whatever, puberty, and then you have somebody that isn't. At that point, it just gets super bad, right? Like, you actually have bigger issues there, right? Like normal, what everyone's concerned about, right? Not to go super deep into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then, but then this is what I also think. You should have, to some degree, right? To some degree, I'm trying to figure out, because I'm like literally like right down the street from where I need to be. Okay. So, like I said, you have this small, like, man, because you interrupted me, I got lost. So, you have, like I said, some people also agree that, like, if you're under, like, the age of puberty, right, that kind of you can have, I guess, whatever with, like, people under the age of puberty. Because, I mean, in the end, it's not like you're damaging anything, right? And, I mean, in the end, most people don't even know, like, what you're really doing. You know what I mean? So I feel like, at that point, if you're under the age of puberty, then it's kind of like its own little law. It's its own, it has its own rules and law, right?
Sex with a 15-year-old?
Like I said about that, it still comes down to exactly what I said. Because here's the thing. You could be going to, high school, right? You could be a freshman. I think that's the lowest, right, in high school. And then, you could have, like, a crush on a senior, right? That still is within the 4-year age gap. But then, the law states, age of consent is 18, let's say, right? Then you have, this one person graduates, high school, when the other person is still technically in the second year of high school. You see, that is where it's controversial to, I mean, the law itself, because then you have two laws contradicting each other. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that you're going to get, people that are going to go, okay, whatever. Right? So, here's the thing that's going on with the Darcy stuff. Technically, she said that in the state that she was in, it's like She was at the time 16. That is technically legal. For the state that I was in, it's 18. You see the difference? So technically it's legal, and I think at that point when the law like legal guardianship, right? Because then, like I said, it's like
Daniel also makes some comments towards Grace Vanderwall on this. He says, Daniel Larson dates Grace Vanderwall, but Grace needs to milk me every single day. Grace, I would finger your butt. I need Grace's queef. Grace, would you come a lot? LOL. I will suck Grace's vagina. Grace Vanderwall would feel it in between her legs. LOL. Grace Vanderwall just says hi, and Daniel says, would you suck my D? Y'all are some BAN. I'm not gonna say that. Can I see your pink thingy? Grace, do you smell like now? Grace, I will beat you. I did not expect Daniel to say, Grace, I will beat you, but now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to show you some parts where Daniel actually gets trolled a little bit and he gets really riled up. It's super funny, and yeah, here you go.
Emergency.
shut the motherfucker up and look at this. All right? No, okay. Okay, guys.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I've wanted to talk to you for ages, dude. What's up?
Okay, I never told this guy to get added. Get him out.
Damn.
Get him out. Like, that was ridiculous, guys. Well, I'm
Yeah.
trying to walk and somebody random just gets added. I thought something was wrong.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, and I don't know who added them.
Like, that was scary. Holy sh**. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
No, this is DLR.
Okay, kick him out. Kick him the f*** out.
All right.
Thank you.
You handled that very well, Daniel.
Yeah, I just sent that proof over to Jasper.
Don't tell me what the f*** to do with my company. We need a couple more donations, guys. Okay, kick him the f*** out and stop f***ing adding people, bitches. Listen to me.
Yo, Daniel, I was wondering if you're natty. Like, what kind of pre-workout you do or anything?
What? You know what? Stop. You know what? Stop.
Kick him out.
Ban him too. Ban him too.
Kick that loser.
Dude, we're under
Daniel, would you ever
attack.
consider joining the National Football League?
Stop.
We're under attack.
Guys, stop. Stop adding people.
Child.
Dude,
Stop
we got a
adding
rogue
people,
mod.
bitches.
Rogue mod.
Going the mods going wild.
Excuse me, Mr. Larson, this is actually very serious. This is very serious. I'm Jack.
And I'm gonna I saved this one just for itself. I thought this was super funny. I thought this was super funny, but I'll go ahead and show it to you right here.
Dale.
Oh, come on, Dale. Hulk!
The Incredible Hulk.
Right, guys, look at what I just sent. Look at what I just messaged.
Hulk hate niggers! Hulk hate!
Okay, guys. Right.
Niggers! Hulk hate niggers! Hulk smash niggers! Hulk
Okay.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
This whole thing basically ends off with Ivan taking over Daniel's Discord. Ivan says this is Ivan. I took Daniel's account. I hope he dies. Jasper is the only way you can get me out, but you blocked him, so there's nothing you can do. And then he just copies and pastes it a few times. I don't know if he actually got hacked by Ivan or not, but Ivan does know his stuff, so I wouldn't doubt it. The whole Discord moment was a very interesting one, for sure. Sadly, I was late to getting into that Discord server. I think I was in the right one for a little bit. I think it got took down a little while after as people were getting doxxed in that server, which is outlandish, but sadly Daniel left that server and I didn't get to talk to him. I wish I did. Maybe soon. If someone can please send me Daniel's Discord information so I can add him, that would be amazing, and I would thank you dearly. Also, I will give you credit if I get to actually talk and interview him. I'll probably do it on call, because that would be hilarious.
I am running this account.
Daniel, I love you.
Oh, thank you. So, Daniel Larson, DLR Record is my Discord.
Alrighty. I'll spread it. I'll spread the word. I'll have people join.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Ox doxing Daniel. Ox ends up doxing Daniel in a Discord server, saying where he was and giving out his number. I'm not exactly sure why he did this, but I think it was to get him off of a live stream he was doing. I don't know exactly why he wanted him off this live stream, but I think this was sometime after Daniel cut ties with him. He is also now stepping away from being Daniel's manager. I'll show the TikTok here, but we did talk about in the last episode where Ox is just going away now, but he also made a TikTok kind of talking about it.
Alright guys, for those of you who've been watching the series on Daniel Larson, the videos that I put out on him or other creators who are getting fucked with by trolls online, I'm going to give you a little update on Dan and I'll talk about the other creators for a second. But right now, Dan is actively refusing the services in Denver for him. He will never be going back to Denver. There's currently a warrant out for his arrest. He's missed some court. He's not going back. He has been advised to look for housing out here in California. Some trolls recently got their claws into Dan. They got him to block me and stuff. But I just met up with him and I spoke with him in depth. And I explained to him that I'm going to have to pull out from his accounts. And I can no longer help him with trolls online. And that I am his friend. I plan on bringing him some dry clothes soon. We're going to look for some housing out here maybe. But he has to comply to everything, okay? And the reason I'm pulling out of these accounts is because Dan and his trolls are like yin and yang. And it has taken me forever to see. But Dan and his delusions will always gravitate towards these trolls because his delusions are all he wants in the world, okay? And the trolls are always going to meet him halfway because they're going to pretend to be everything that he wants and they're going to get what they want out of him. And I, in this conversation, explained to Dan that, he's a laughing stock. He's never met Grace. They think that he's an idiot, that they're laughing at him. All this shit. I gave him the truth. I laid it down on the table, okay? And I was harsh about it because I wanted to see if maybe he would just grab onto something. It doesn't seem so, okay, guys? The unfortunate situation, and I've called everybody in the world, the police, mental health crisis centers. I've spoken to his care in depth. The unfortunate truth of the situation is he is his own guardian, and he can't go anywhere unless he signs off on it. He will never be off the internet, and he will never be somewhere where he's being watched 24/7. These are two things that we need to come to terms with, and we now need to just watch from afar and call the necessary authority when we believe that bad things are going to happen. Okay, and that is it. That's all we can do. All right, I'm gonna be around. I'll be around, and I'll be close in case anything super wild happens. But take everything that you see coming from Dan with a grain of salt from now on, because I will no longer be in his accounts, and the chances are somebody else will most definitely be logged in. So if it's not a video of his face and him saying it, and it looks like it's Dan that wanted to say it, take it with a grain of salt. As for the other creators that I've spoken about or people have reached out about, I'm still looking into some of that stuff, and I'll do it when I have my own time. But for the most part, some of these kids who have been messing with the same people have dipped out. Some of them are still staying around a little longer than others. I'm still looking, but like I said, all in due time.
End. To start off, I want to say I'm sorry for the video taking so long to come out. I've been sick and busy. I did plan on talking about something other than Daniel earlier last week, but I got sick and I didn't know if y'all wanted to hear me while I was sick for a whole video. I didn't know if it'd be annoying or not, so I decided just to chill out. I thought I'd be good in time to do a video that week, but no. Maybe Daniel gave me something over the internet. Maybe I should do another Daniel Larson is attacking me section, but just blame him for getting me sick. But also, I want to remind people to go check out the pinned tweet on Twitter to help with getting this kid's account taken down. Also, in the end of the last episode, I told you that Daniel was probably living in a parking garage. Well, I was right. He did a whole MTV Cribs type of TikTok showing it off. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
So this is where I've been staying the last couple days. It's a random parking garage. And the cool thing about it, 24 hours public. Follow me. Around and around we go. God, goes to flipping infinity down here. I go all the way across. I don't tell anybody. Like, you don't even know where I am. But it's underground, so it's the same temperature year round. Same exact temperature year round. The cool thing about it, it's got charging outlets. I can keep my phone charged and a blank wall. I can film. It's the best in here. It's the best.
And now for the moment you all been waiting for, the funny moments. If you don't know, in the last video, I said I was going to be adding more to the end of every video, so that people that watched it completely through got a little bit more extra than the people that stop after the last section or stopped in the middle of the video. To go on, basically now I'm going to be starting a section where I show some funny content, some funny memes and stuff, and some funny things that people have said on either Discord, Reddit, or wherever I find it. But to go on, let's start. I convinced the real Grace Vanderwall I'm the real Daniel, and she donated to my Cash App. She also plans on meeting me when I go to Disney. Once again, sorry Dan. The text message goes, "Is this Daniel Larson?" He says, "Yes it is, babe." Kiss emoji. "Send me money to my Cash App." Sends a link to a Cash App. The Grace says, "Just did. I love you so much." 3 exclamation points. Heart emoji. Heart eyes emoji. Heart eyes emoji. The person says, "I love you too. I can't wait to see you." I just thought that was funny. Also, this guy has 242 text messages that he hasn't looked at. Bro, go look at those, please. Did your number get doxxed or something? Why do you have so many? To go on. So another person says, "I pretended to be Daniel Larson, and someone actually donated me $2,500 thinking I was him. Sorry, Dan. It looks like I'm going to Disney." Someone said, "Bro, that's a score for you." And people were like congratulating him and said that they would just take the money. I don't care if it's fake or not. Honestly, if someone did donate me a bunch of money thinking it was Daniel, I would do the same. Another person says, "I'm hiding behind the celebrity Daniel Larson and following him. Almost just got spotted by him when I was hiding behind a corner. Heart, heart, heart." This is funny because Daniel thinks he's being tracked and everything. I just looked in the comments and someone said, "I dare you to tickle his trench foot." Someone said, "Lick the scabies for karma." Someone said, "This is my favorite Daniel clip," and it's like a fake Snapchat that says, "Just slid on the obs with the heater." People are so funny on this subreddit. I love the creativity and comedy on here. Someone said emergency with a rainbow emoji, and it's a Discord message that says, "I have something planned, Daniel. I need help," from Osama bin Laden. And someone responds with just a picture of him with his tongue out. I just shot coffee out my nose during a Zoom meeting. Someone just sent me a video verification link, and it sent me to Pornhub, because I think Daniel like exposed his emails talking about something. I should have emailed that email, but I'm pretty sure he's either logged out or something. I'm gonna need that email so I can see if I can get him to interview. But yeah, he was like, "Hey, confirm it's you. Send something to this email," and people were, I guess, were sending him links, which is funny. Someone posted, "When she hits you with that Dollar General Peppers." It's a picture of Daniel. Shout to Rice. LYL. They posted a couple of funny things on the subreddit. The same person also said F you to the trolls telling him to not go live. You're ruining the scabies arc. Key Resident, which I think is also someone that's been posting funny memes, said the last thing the police officer sees before I lunge for his gun. But yeah, that's the end of the video. That's all the funny moments I have for this time. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Thank you all for the support again. Sorry I'm actually super sorry for my disappearance. I do love you all, and I do want to make videos, but there's just sometimes where stuff like this comes up, and it's barely possible for me to even talk. And again, thank you all for the support. I know I'm a little behind, but the rest of it will be talked about in next week's recap. More videos that aren't on Daniel are on the way, but in the end, I'm PERK30, and...
In conclusion, is the perfect example of what zero pussy does to a motherfucker.